I am the Watcher, and it is my duty to observe the myriad realities similar to our own. Last time, we watched as the young Saiyan Goku came into his own. Starting out as a villain, he soon realized the responsibility he held becoming a hero. With the help of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, he developed not only a hero suit and a wristband to control his Ozaru transformation, but also his abilities. However, the Herald of Galactus, Prince Vegeta, attacked Earth. Though the heroes were able to take him down, no one stood a chance against Galactus himself. Jean Grey, Goku's closest ally, sacrificed her life on Earth in order to stop Galactus, joining him as his new herald. Goku promises to save her one day, but for now, he and Vegeta must learn what it means to be a Saiyan on Earth. The war begins! Goku in Marvel's Secret War Saga Part 1.
You're crazy strong! I can't believe it!
Will you stop saying that every time we're about to die?
How about I stop you both from breathing?
Goku had run into Spider-Man while the web crawler battled Juggernaut. Goku attempted to help, but the Juggernaut's punches proved to be far stronger than what Goku expected. The battle had already taken a toll on the city, as at least a few cars were thrown Goku's way. The Saiyan rushed in to pummel the beast, but it was an immovable wall meeting an unstoppable object. Spider-Man tried to web him up, but to no avail. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, and the youngest member of the Fantastic Four caught the battle while flying up high. Having already been friends with Spider-Man and Goku for a while, he hopped into the battle. His heat could not melt down the Juggernaut, however, with a new idea coming to mind. Spider-Man, just a few blocks down, there's a construction zone. Head there. Goku, protect everyone around. Juggernaut, follow me. Juggernaut chased down the Human Torch, rampaging through every car between himself and the Torch. Goku ensured that everyone was safe through this. Once they got to the open lot, nothing stood between the Juggernaut and the Torch. Goku arrived back to see Johnny Storm yell out at Spider-Man to do it. The web crawler saluted down as he kicked down a drum barrel full of wet cement and water right behind it. It splashed all over the Juggernaut, stopping him in place, only leaving his face intact.
You're really strong. That was fun. But if I catch you in town again, Johnny won't be around to save you.
Goku flew over to meet the Juggernaut's face with a bright smile.
Save me?
The heroes left the Juggernaut for the authorities. Goku turned back to Spider-Man and the Human Torch and excitedly zoomed to Johnny. With eagerness in his voice, Goku exclaimed how fast Johnny had gotten since the last time they raced, and that they had to race again. Johnny smirked at Goku's admiration. In reality, he hadn't noticed the difference. All he knew was that Goku was a great opponent, but Johnny was far too busy for anything like it. Sorry Goku, but I've got to get back to saving the pocket dimension or something. You know how Reed is.
Aw, come on. Fine, will I... Spider-Man?
Peter was simply staring blankly at the horizon, looking just over the George Washington Bridge. Not too long ago, Gwen Stacy died right there, and he still felt the loss to his core. Goku and himself even had a falling out, because he wasn't exactly the most helpful or tactful friend during that time. Johnny, knowing of his friend's feelings, spoke up. You know what? Let's do it. The three of us. A race for charity across the city. It would be fun. Get our minds off things. After Galactus, I think we all need it.
I'm not sure, All right! I can't wait! I'm gonna get ready right now. See you all then!
Goku sped away. Did I even tell him when?
He does this a lot.
Over the next few days, Johnny and the Fantastic Four organized a race that would benefit children in need. Johnny was a real crowd pleaser. Everyone was excited to see him, but Goku was not far behind in fame. After all, he was very good looking, but he didn't know how to deal when a group of fangirls arrived and handed him a pen. Instead of signing anything, he simply looked at it, said thanks, and took the pen away, flying off into the distance. The girls were confused, but the one whose pen he had taken began to freak out. Oh my god, the Monkey King took my pen, oh! With the streets closed, Spider-Man arrived and the three heroes stood side by side. Sue, Johnny's sister welcomed the crowd. The Invisible Woman drew a crowd herself and waved the razors out. Goku and Johnny instantly sped out, with Spider-Man lagging a little behind. He could still cover a great amount of space swinging, but it was a little hard to keep up when there was a bright aura and a smoke trail in front of him. Goku and Johnny taunted each other while laughing. The Human Torch had been one of Goku's first friends when he decided to become a hero, and the FF were always helpful in helping him control his powers. But he wasn't going to let Johnny win easily. The two dodged and weaved around buildings, with Goku not paying enough attention and actually going into a building through an open window and coming out the other end covered in papers. However, the heroes were so indulged in the race that they didn't notice a particular villain trailing behind them. It was Adrian Toomes, the Vulture. He had been observing them carefully. His plan was to steal the money collected during the race. He was going to make sure that the heroes wouldn't get in the way while he stole it. He had to keep them busy. The Vulture shot down a couple of feathers towards a gas tank to make sure it exploded. However, he wasn't expecting Spider-Man's web to stop them.
Spider-Man? I didn't even know you were in the race.
Yeah, the advertisement budget only allowed for 2 heroes in the poster. I'm not gonna let you intervene.
Neither Goku nor Johnny were aware of this interaction as the race continued. Behind them, Spider-Man tried to keep up while fighting the Vulture at the same time. At one point, the hero crashed down along with Toomes onto a restaurant, and everyone screamed, "Wow, man, they really love us!"
They already know I got you beat.
Through their battle, Toomes managed to block off a traffic tunnel, causing a few cars to crash. Spider-Man had no choice but to stop and get everyone out of there safely. He could still see the Vulture a little far away, getting ready to attack another set of civilians to get Goku and Johnny's attention. Spider-Man made himself a slingshot, using his webs, and shot himself towards the Vulture just in time.
Why won't you stay down, Spider?
The two had a small scuffle in the air, until finally Spider-Man kicked himself off of the Vulture as the villain shot down another set of feathers. The web crawler shot his own webs in response, finally sticking the Vulture against the building. Spider-Man landed back on his butt at the building adjacent to Vulture's.
Race is over, Toomes. The police will be here soon.
Whatever, Spider-Man. I may go to jail, but at least I still got you.
Got me?
The Vulture nodded his head over to Spider-Man, who looked back and realized that one of his adversary's feathers had struck a gas tank behind him. Spider-Man's eyes widened, and he instantly shot a web to a nearby metal slab, big enough to shield his body. The explosion wasn't extremely damaging, but it was enough to launch the metal shield and Spider-Man outwards towards the finish line.
Johnny Storm and Goku are neck and neck. Only the images will tell who the winner is as the heroes surpass human sight. Wait a minute, is that?
Right as Goku and the Torch are about to pass the finish line at Central Park, Spider-Man smacks both of them in the head with the metal slab as he passes the finish line right before them too. Spider-Man has won the race.
What? No way!
Spider-Man, I had him. I was gonna win.
No, you weren't.
I totally was.
Race you back right now.
I think you guys are just sore losers. I won.
Even though he was hurt and his suit was falling apart, Spider-Man jumped up high with excitement. Goku and Johnny couldn't help but smile at him. They hadn't seen him this happy in a very long time. But as the cameras and the reporters began to congregate around them, the three disappeared. Once they opened their eyes, they realized they were no longer in Central Park. They were no longer in New York at all. Was this even Earth? Goku looked up to the sky and realized that he could see entire galaxies around him. It was beautiful. He hadn't seen anything like this, at least not in a very long time. But all it reminded him of was Jean Grey, Galactus, and that strange power Vegeta had. It felt as if it was the power of the universe itself. Where were they now? Did they do something while racing? Spider-Man put a hand on Goku's shoulder and told him to look the other way. Goku did as told, and he saw a congregation of heroes. Captain America, The Thing, Iron Man, War Machine, The Incredible Hulk, the X-Men, the rest of the Fantastic Four, they were all there.
Where are we? Goku, Spider-Man.
But I see the villains over there. What the hell are you doing here?
Quiet down, boy. I promise you all I had nothing to do with this, but I imagine it has something to do with that.
Goku looked at the gray-haired man. He couldn't believe his eyes, but he recognized the smell. He knew who this was. Magneto, the person that found him all those years ago. His father. He hadn't seen him in many years. In fact, he thought that he had been responsible for his death. He took a step towards him, but he felt a rumble. Looking up, he watched as an entire galaxy was being destroyed. Pieces from planets in it combining into one. Battleworld. Vegeta, the prince of all Saiyans, had been teleported over to the villain's side. He could only stare in awe as Galactus stood behind him. No acknowledgement, nothing. The two stayed quiet, but Vegeta felt cold. He looked over at Kakarot, who stared back, quietly, thoughtful. They hadn't seen each other since their battle against Galactus. No doubt he had been training too. Whatever was going on here, Vegeta's own challenges had made him ready for this.
I am from beyond. Slay your enemies and all you desire will be yours. Nothing you dream of is impossible for me to accomplish.
On the other side, he saw the villains. Some he had even fought before, but standing tall above them all was Galactus, his most hated adversary. He clenched his fist. He was ready to attack already. That monster had been their greatest challenge yet, and he took Jean with him. Perhaps she was around as well. At least he hoped. If there was anything he would wish for, it would be to see her again. Whatever was happening here, he had to win.
Hey, it's me, Goku! Battleworld is unlike anything I've ever seen, but I'm divided between who to follow. I always wanted to believe in Magneto, but the X-Men and the Avengers are both calling for me. Not to mention, with Vegeta around, this challenge will be tougher than I can imagine. Will I get to face the Prince again? Next time on Dragon Ball Marvel! Prisoners of War, Goku in Secret Wars Part 2. Don't you miss it!
Thank you a lot for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this first part of What If Goku Was in Marvel's Secret Wars Part 1. I know it's a little bit of a slow start, but after taking such a long break from this story, I felt like the characters deserved a little bit of a break to have their own little adventure before getting into another huge scuffle. First and foremost, I want to give a thank you to Mr. Negative and SX Godzilla. I featured both of their art in this video. Mr. Negative did the actual renders, while SX Godzilla did the sprite art of Goku that I featured in one spreadshot. Also gotta thank Geeks for Fun and Professor Chimp. Both of them helped me out with some of the ideas. I'm excited to continue this one. I know there's a lot of stuff left hanging from the previous parts. In case you want to get refreshed on what happened last time, I just published yesterday What If Goku and Vegeta Were in Marvel Comics The Origin Saga, a 40-ish minute version of the story that combined parts 1 and 2. If you guys have any fan art or ideas for the story or anything like that, you're always welcome to hit me up on Twitter at ShareYourEnergy. Shout out to the Super Saiyan Legend members of the channel, Darko Roktansky, Daniel Dutton, Anthony Note, and Zachary Croy. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It means the world to me. If you would like to become a member and get a shout out like this, be sure to click the join button down below. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Especially share if you want the next part. Can we get this video to 2,000 likes? I think we can do that, right? The Dragon Ball question of the week this week is, what Marvel superhero team or character would you like to see Goku team up with? Leave it in the comments down below, start a discussion, and you may be featured in the next video. Anyways, guys, until we meet again. See ya!
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to SmugStick, unless you want to be destroyed.
Lord Beerus, that's hardly fair. But also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified when he uploads new videos.